What's up, YouTube? This is Arlen Yoshi as usual. I'm Max.
I'm Peter.
And welcome to Job Interview Against Humanity. Or,
I guess,
variation on Fun Employed, I think?
Yes, Fun Employed.
Basically, this is an improv game, so we're going to be good. Where, basically, one of us is an employer, and the other is a prospective employee. And we're doing a job interview, and we're going to put in these Cards Against Humanity cards randomly.
Yes, and you have to roll with it.
Yep, improv, baby.
Boy, it's been years since I did proper improv, but you and me both did it.
We're both good at it, so let's do this. Shall I be the employer first?
Sure.
Alright. So, Mr. Best, is it?
Yes.
Thank you for coming in. Have a seat.
Thank you.
So, you're interested in the position of Smegma.
Well, yes, clearly. Smegma is a wonderful place. You've got a great company here. With all your wonderful works you produce here at Smegma Corp. And I really appreciate it, but I think that my skill of alcoholism will go really well here. Because, after all, this is an alcohol producing plant. You produce the finest wines, but also the cheap beer that any man can enjoy, while still being quality enough that it is worthwhile. And as a result, I feel I would be great for the position of sampler, as I have a very high alcohol tolerance and would be able to test massive quantities for their taste without having a huge issue of too much alcohol poisoning. That won't be an issue for me.
That's good, that's good. We have been looking for a sampler recently. Our most recent one said they were having a problem with a middle-aged man on roller skates. Is that going to be an issue for you?
Oh, no, that's no problem. In fact, that's actually quite a positive.
Oh.
Middle-aged men are actually fairly attractive to me, so as a result, it's something that I would rather enjoy doing. Just pausing for a moment, audience, I don't, that's not how I swing.
This is all improv,
Going back to it. Anyways,
anyway.
as I was saying, there was a weird bit of static there. It's like the fourth wall shattered or something for a moment.
Yeah, it's quite odd. I hear that sometimes that happens when you're getting naked and watching Nickelodeon.
Oh, well, obviously. But
yeah.
Then again, it's a very good way to spend your pastime, so it's really hard to resist. Probably why there's so many fourth wall breaks. Anyways, back to the job.
Yeah.
So, very wonderful company here. Yes, I have no problem with middle-aged men rolling around on roller skates. It would be very good. Now, I was thinking, possibly there might be an issue with my, oh, that's not good. My issue of, I cannot see any grandmas naked. I cannot do that. That is over the line for me. Will that be, so that is an issue I must bring to your attention because it is definitely a flaw of mine.
Well, we do occasionally have some naked grandmas around here. We can easily reroute them into other rooms, make sure that they don't interfere with your work. And, you know, if there are any problems, feel free to drop by my office, let me know, and we could work something out.
Thank you very much. That it is very helpful for you to be so accommodating. It fills me with the economy.
I don't know if that's good or not, but
neither am I quite sure. But I mean, hey, it possibly will raise the stocks of this company, so that might be a positive on its own.
Indeed. I'm liking this so far. Now, according to your resume, you have experience with intimacy problems.
Yes.
I don't mean to pry.
Yes, it's a bit of a long story, but you know, even the pills don't work. That's all I can say. I've tried. It's kind of why I'm looking for a job. Partially why I've got so much experience with alcoholism, you know.
And it's also why you'd be attracted to middle-aged men on roller skates, possibly.
Yes.
I hear they tend to have the same issues, but well, we don't judge here, so there's no need to worry about that.
Thank you very much.
But it is something that we can offer some potential help with in our various benefits.
Sounds very great. Thank you very much for taking the time to consider me for employment. No
problem. Do you have any questions for me?
Not currently, no.
No? Alright, well, we'll let you know if we have any positions available, and worst case scenario, we'll call to let you know if we need words.
Sounds very good to me. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Have a good day.
You're here. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
Now, in most times when I've seen this be done, because I've seen this done a couple times, usually it'd be like there'd be multiple people who kind of cycle in and out, and it just keeps going. There's only two of us, so now we're just going to switch, and now you're going to be the employee.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
So let's just talk.
Let's put those away. We don't want repeats. We don't want repeats in a video.
We'll just stick those.
That's boring. By the way, We both genuinely brought video game based ties for this.
I literally told him, "Can you bring a weird tie?"
And I said, "I actually have a Donkey Kong tie."
You brought it to a wedding, I think.
Yes, I did. There was for a bunch of gamers, like the whole group. We all had some affiliation with games, and there was a Mario theme. And I'm like, "Hey, if I brought a Donkey Kong tie, would that be cool?" And they're like, "Yes, do it, please."
And I just have this clip-on 8-bit tie from my.
Yeah, I don't know how to tie a tie, so if you could probably tell, I'm clearly the best person at tying ties. I know exactly how it's done.
I mean, you could probably fool some people. All right.
I very well might already have, and then they've noticed now that I've mentioned it.
Good job.
For those people, you are no longer under the guise of quality trickery.
You're no longer being fooled.
Yes. Right then. Well then, good to see you, Mr. Allen. Thank you for coming into our offices today.
Thank you for having me.
Your resume looked very promising for working here at... Oh, that's not good. At Power Corp.
Power Corp. Yes, Power Corp. I've heard a lot about your company. You do quite a bit involving power. Not only do you create various batteries and whatnot, you also are very good at boxing glove production, and that's where I feel like I would shine. See, with boxing glove production in particular, I'm very good with pork products, and I hear you've been thinking to expand into ham fisting. So
I see where you're going there. I like a funny man. I really do. It's a good thing. But tell me, your resume said that you were having issues with. I'm not going to play that card. Just that one's too much. I'm not playing that one. I heard you had an issue with right.
Use it!
I'm not, because I want to share this with some friends of mine who I'm not allowing that card to get near.
You know what? Okay.
I want to share this, so, okay, back into this. Anyways, I heard you, on your resume it said you have some issues with white privilege.
Yes, well, as you know, whites are... No.
We have to start over at this point.
To explain, actually, see, that wasn't supposed to be on my resume. There's this friend of mine who we don't get along too well. He got access to my resume and he decided it would be funny to replace the part about white people. Which...
I'm afraid that...
No, here, how about we move on from that?
No, this is kind of an important thing. I don't think there's much of a difference between having an issue with white people as there is with white privilege. Do you have a long-standing racist problem due to something like, say, swiftly achieving orgasm?
Yeah, see, I've always been jealous about how other white people, they're able to swiftly achieve orgasm so easily, and whereas I cannot. And it's something I've been working on. I have been seeking therapy, but I don't think it'll affect my work here. I just thought it was something I should bring to your attention.
Alright, well, that is actually completely reasonable. That is something that I think most people would have an issue with. So, as a result, I can't really hold that against you because I feel it's something that we've all struggled with at least once in our lives. Yeah. So, that's good. Other than that, though, you mentioned this friend. Would they have any, like, positive benefits to them, like just science?
Well, they do. They're actually a science teacher over at the nearby high school. They have been saying, like, they've been thinking of looking into a better job. They've been interested in trying out brown people. I'm not quite sure where that fits in. I did tell you about, like, the kind of problems they have, though, so I'm a little worried if they ever get involved.
That is a little concerning. It seems you and your friend have a fascination with various skin colors.
To be fair, I only call my friend because he buys me coffee when he sees me, and it's like we don't really hang out.
So you're mostly acquaintances. Well,
most of my friends are more into teenage pregnancy.
Teenage pregnancy.
Which is kind of where the swiftly achieving orgasm problem comes in. It's kind of where I got self-conscious.
Yes, I understand fully. Well, your friend might not be appropriate for company, but so far you seem fairly good. Would you have any issues with the fact that we have... that here at this company, some of our employees are demolishing that ass like a Palestinian village?
Oh, I would love to get in on that, actually.
Oh, great. So that if we choose to hire you, we even have a department area we can cycle you into. We have our departments. We have our employees here more coordinated by interests and things that get along. Therefore, we are able to foster a strong positive community within our workplace. So that's great news. That means you'll fit in right well here. Any other questions?
I was wondering about the benefits package. The compensation. Do you offer what it means to be a Jewish woman in a contemporary society as one of your benefits?
Well, it's a little hard to do that sometimes, but
I understand.
It is something that we can definitely offer if you need it. But sadly, we will, in return for that, we'd have to. Oh my God! Take off hiding from the Nazis from your job support. Will that be an issue?
I mean, the Nazis really don't like me. I kind of pissed on Hitler's grave a few days ago.
Yes.
But I think I'd be fine with keeping that. I'd be fine with that. Worst case scenario, I can always resort to a super soaker full of cash.
Well, yes, that is a great defense. As
that's
we know,
that's kind of what I did to Hitler's grave.
As we know, Nazis do not like urine. Right. Well,
they prefer stuff that comes from the butt,
like,
the gas.
Yes, exactly. Oh boy. You seem like a great candidate for our company, so I would like to definitely offer you a position here at Power Corp.
Great.
Right. Does Tuesday sound good to you?
Tuesday sounds great. I do have being a busy adult with many important things to do, but I could definitely work it.
Well, that's completely reasonable. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Oh my fucking...
What happened? White privilege, white people, brown people. We shuffled this. We shuffled
this for like a good 2 minutes, and then to make things worse, being a Jewish woman, then hiding from the Nazis, having to go. Oh, I was close to getting rid of that, but it lined up way too well. That's so horrible.
Whoosh, boom, boom.